You need to be rebooted to have any chance of surviving, but the outcome is unclear. This step will mean big changes, no matter what happens. You wait outside the shop where Blitz is set up and turn Serafin's coin over in your hands. You are ready. Turn Serafin's coin over and over in your fingers as you stand in Flicker Row, crowds pushing past on their way to whatever future awaits them. Your fingers glide over the worn metal as you imagine Seraphins thus have, moments of anticipation. Perhaps others before the coin came to Dallas have repeated the same ritual, the same nervous routine, but their fingers were human, born, not made. This intrusive thought makes you slip the coin into a pocket quickly, as if it had delivered a shock. You hear a hiss, and the door of the shop slides open, revealing Ankita. You see her eyes scan the crowds almost defensively before she spots you there and nods in your direction. Hey, Ankita! Looks around for a moment, then approaches you. She looks tired, but her stubborn ferocity bubbles under the surface. Blitz is waiting for you. He nods back towards the shop. Which I guess is why you are hanging around here. Nervous? Of course. Looks around at the crowd. Look, Sleeper. If you want my advice, you have to find a way to keep up with yourself. Change is constant, but sometimes you can get left behind. Kita looks away, the signs of Flicker Row reflected in her eyes. I just remembered I owe you an explanation. I promised to tell you why I wanted Utsubo out if we managed it. Shakes her head. I guess I'm not very good with promises. Why did you? Kita is still staring at the signs. I grew up here, Sleeper. Did you know that? Don't wait for an answer. After I came to the belt, after Bliss and I... When I had nothing left, this is where I came. And when I got here, my home was gone. Super bastards had destroyed it, strangled the life out of it. I was looking for something to fight for on my own terms. Darkseid became that for me. It's all you're getting. Promise kept. Kita looks over her shoulder. Look, Blaze wouldn't be happy if they saw me out here chatting to you and you're already late for appointment. Mouse to herself. I don't need more reasons for Blaze to be unhappy with me. She grabs you by the shoulders and steers you towards the shop's entrance. I'll catch you after, don't you worry. Pushes you towards the door and then turns away and disappears into the lights of Flicker Row. Take a final moment and then will yourself inside, leaving the glimmering lights and the shifting crowd behind. This is perched at the console, they turn as you enter. Finally! They smile meekly. You're making me think you wouldn't show. I'm ready. Sure, Seraphin told you, but everything is ready. With gestures to the couches, with straps, freshly built connectors, and a bundle of wires at one end. I hope it will be comfortable for you both. Where's Flint? I was just getting some air. Flint leans in the open doorway, watching you both. Their pale face looks even more drained of color than usual. Flint comes inside the shop and nods to you. Do this. Take a shaky breath. I'm ready. Flint and Bliss go silent, and the sound of the crowds outside filters gently into the room, mixing the whine of the air cycler and the hum of the terminals. There's not much more to say. Looks at you both. Okay. They pause. Begin. Helps you and Flint onto your couches. Settle there, slide your arms and legs under the straps that will keep you in place. The connector, with its thick bundle of wires, waves above your head. It's hard not to feel exposed, lying here on your back, anticipating what is to come. It's even harder when the memory of waking up to this very same ceiling, with its bundles of dangling tech and scratched plating, forces itself into your mind. You have been here before. Last time, you woke up to fear and panic, woke to desperate escape, shattered mind. Reboot interrupted. Thought sets you trembling. But then, staring up at the same ceiling, trembling dissipates. After all, you are back here now. That means you survived this crisis, grew from it. You took the hit and bounced back, unbeaten. All good here? Bliss's face floats into your vision. Nod. Bliss smiles. How about you, Flint? Turn your head to see Flint lying beside you, stiff and still. They manage a tight-lipped nod. Looking at Flint staring up at the ceiling like you were a moment ago, you feel a rush of sympathy. After all, they haven't faced this before like you have. They are stepping into a future they cannot see. I've been here before, and we are just completing the journey. Reach out to Flint. You raise an arm, reaching across the gap between the couches, and your hand touches Flint's. They do not look at you, but they grip your fingers in theirs tightly. Flint's fingers feel different to human fingers, the thick vinyl skin, the repair patches, the pressure of the metal skeleton beneath. You know this is what your touch feels like too, and that recognition is like a connection being made. You close your eyes and feel something flowing between the two of you, a solidarity so embodied that it reverberates within you. I'm connecting you to the terminal. Bliss's voice already feels distant, lost in the noise. Feel the cold click of the connector, the sense of the flowing data. I'll be here when you wake up. In the dark, you feel restless. You shuffle your fingers, adjust their position against the cap. It takes you a moment to notice the sound has gone, the rumble of the crowds, the hum of the machines. This detail unsettles you, so you search for reassurance. You think of Bliss's words, I'll be here when you wake up. You focus on them, on the possibility of waking up, of being somehow renewed. But what would that renewal look like? Her eyes blinking into the lights of Flicker Row, Bliss, Seraphine, the renewed Flint beside? What then? Dark side. Station, yes, with its thronging thousands, must be but the heart of the Starboard Belt as it transforms. Put yourself in the city station, just outside this door perhaps, among the bright signs. Or higher, one of the ramshackle towers that look down on the ceaseless flow of dark side. The projects, the possibilities, make themselves known to you. The neon paths that curl and split and branch across the dark surface, you choose one. Seraphine and the crew. Yes, the path that always bends backwards towards home, no matter how far it travels. Rick and the crew. Some you know now, some yet to be met, pushing out into the belt with a hold full of supplies and the contract in your mind. An image, in the cockpit with Seraphine, looking out at the stars. An image multiplied many times, with many moods and textures. But at the heart of it, unspoken link between you and your pilot, the knowledge, the dark side will always be your home. You'll fly until the drive runs dry and the hull plates flake off and your bones become the scrap this place is built upon. Then you feel it, the insistent pulling of a thread, the unraveling of your very self. The reboot comes on slow and ice is seeping into your mind. Little pieces of you flake off in the flow, fading with distance. Hear a voice, Bliss's voice, so far away now, you reach for it. Stretch your very sense, every sense towards its familiar warmth. Starting the reboot. It's a whisper into the wind, pulled away from the moment it is spoken. See you on the other side. All of a sudden you wish you could make it stop. The incessant entropy of time, the tumbling of rocks through space, getting further apart, every cycle disappearing into the vacuum ahead. The decay of cells, the degradation of code, the corrosion and rot and rust. You wish in this moment to freeze it all, so you might hang on to it, preserve the warmth, the light, the softness at the heart of things. This thought grips you, tears into you like fear. You feel the ice creeping in, and know that everything will be lost. If not now, then mere moments away. But then you feel it impossibly. Seraphine's coin. Worn smooth by worry, turning in your hand. Time has been pressed into that coin by hands, by fingers. This near infinite record of transient touches, each one shaping it in some small way. It is worn and worthless. It is bent and broken. It is beautiful in all of those things. And so you press your thumb against it, your crooked, calloused thumb. Again and again. Because you are a broken thing. You have nothing left but that brokenness and the beauty that shines through it. And then, somewhere nearby, a button is pressed, and all at once, one thing ends and something new begins. That's how you end the game. There is something simple and something beautiful in how Gareth Damian Martin writes. Just perfect encapsulation of a pristine moment of something that just flicks by, and just, I don't know. It's real difficult to describe the emotions that this brings out in me. I think it's one of those things where the story is more important than the destination it leads to. The fact that the finality of time, of life, should not define the moment, should not define the story. It's like core essence. It's, yeah. Well, I think I have a frontrunner from my game of the year again. So it's only February. Oh boy. Game to enjoy the moment as well. Yes and no. I would like to engage with you, human, but on my own terms. Well, I'm looking forward to the physical edition. Oh boy.